In a world where everyone is busy chasing success, love, money, and happiness, the secret is this: what you chase runs away. What you embody naturally flows towards you. This is not just modern wisdom, this is the timeless teaching of Buddhism and philosophy. Today, let's uncover how to live an effortless life where you attract what you seek without running behind it. Part 1: The illusion of chasing. Imagine this: you are standing by a lake. The water is calm, the reflection is clear, but the moment you jump in, splashing, forcing the water to bend to your will, it becomes muddy and clear. This is exactly what happens when we chase in life. Buddhism says the root of suffering is attachment. Chasing is nothing but attachment in action. We chase success, we chase people. We chase happiness, believing that without them, we are incomplete. But Zen Buddhism flips the script: stop running. Sit still, embody peace, and watch life flow towards you. Have you noticed that when you desperately want something, a relationship, money, or recognition, it seems to slip further away? But when you let go, suddenly opportunities knock on your door? This is not coincidence. This is the law of life, explained by Zen. Why chasing creates resistance. Buddhism teaches that the more we crave, the more we suffer. It is like holding sand tightly in your fist. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips out. Chasing success, you burn out, stress, and lose creativity. Chasing love, people sense desperation and pull away. Chasing happiness, you end up miserable because happiness cannot be forced. Zen Master Thich Hat Hands: at the moment you stop running, happiness is possible. The Zen secret of attraction. Attraction does not mean sitting idle. It means aligning your inner state with what you desire so it comes naturally. A calm person attracts trust. A generous person attracts abundance. A loving person attracts love. In Zen, this is called wu-wei, effortless action. Like a flower, it does not chase the bee, yet the bee comes. So ask yourself, are you living like a flower, radiating naturally? Or are you chasing like a bee, always restless? Part 2: The Buddhist path: why detachment attracts everything you want. Think about the last time you wanted something so badly. Maybe a job, a relationship, or recognition. You tried everything, but somehow it slipped away. Now think of a time when you weren't trying at all, when you were just being yourself, and suddenly, something amazing came into your life. A friend appeared, a chance opportunity, unexpected success. This is the magic of detachment, the core of Buddhist wisdom. 1. What detachment really means. People misunderstand detachment. They think it means not caring. But in Buddhism, detachment doesn't mean coldness, it means freedom. It is not, I don't want love. It is, I am not desperate for love, and that makes me actually lovable. It is not, I don't want success. It is, I am not enslaved by the idea of success. And that makes me creative, bold, and attractive to opportunities. When you detach, you stop giving off desperation. Desperation repels. Calm confidence attracts. 2. The paradox of desire in Buddhism. The Buddha taught that desire itself is not the problem. It is craving, the clinging, the obsession that causes suffering. For example, wanting money is natural. Chasing money at the cost of peace is suffering. Wanting love is human. Chasing love with desperation is misery. Wanting growth is good. Chasing growth by comparing yourself constantly is torment. Zen wisdom says, when you let go of what you think you need, life gives you what you truly need. 3. The river analogy. Imagine you are swimming in a river. If you panic and fight against the current, you drown. But if you relax, the current carries you. Life works the same way. Chasing equals sign fighting the current. Detachment equals sign flowing with it. So ask yourself, are you drowning in your chase? Or are you flowing effortlessly with life? 4. Attracting through stillness. In Zen monasteries, monks spend hours in silence. From the outside, it looks like doing nothing. but this silence transforms them. People feel drawn to them not because the monks chase, but because they radiate inner peace. Modern life is the same. A person who is grounded, calm, and peaceful automatically attracts opportunities, relationships, and success. A person who is restless, needy, and chasing even if talented often repels them. This is why detachment is not weakness. It is your true power of attraction. 5. A story from Zen tradition. A young man once asked his Zen master, "How can I find the right partner for my life?" The master smiled and replied, "First, become the right partner. Love yourself, respect yourself. Live with peace. Then, like a flower, the right bee will find you." Lesson: you don't attract what you chase. You attract what you become. 6. A practical exercise practicing detachment today. Right now, take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Think about the one thing you've been chasing recently, maybe money, maybe someone's love, maybe success. Now ask yourself, if I stop chasing, what would I feel? If I already trusted that life will give me what's right, how light would I feel? This is the shift of power. When you stop clinging, your energy changes, and this energy attracts. In part 3, we'll go deeper into Zen philosophy and uncover the hidden principle of Wu-Wei effortless action, the secret behind attracting without chasing. Once you understand this, your entire life will feel lighter, easier, and more powerful. Part 3: Wu-Wei, the Zen art of effortless attraction. In Taoist Zen philosophy, there is a principle called Wu-Wei. It literally means non-doing or effortless action. But don't get it wrong, Wu-Wei doesn't mean laziness. It means aligning yourself so perfectly with the flow of life that everything happens with ease. Think of a surfer. He doesn't fight the ocean. He doesn't chase the waves. He learns to balance, to flow with the water, and suddenly, something that could drown him becomes a thrilling ride. This is the art of Wu-Wei in your life. Why we overcomplicate life. Most of us live in struggle mode. We chase goals with stress. We force relationships. We push ourselves until we break. Zen says life is already flowing. Your job is not to push, but to align. When you align, work feels like play. Relationships blossom naturally. Opportunities appear without exhausting effort. 2. The bamboo and the oak. A Zen parable tells us about the oak and the bamboo. The oak is strong, rigid, and tries to resist the storm. When the storm comes, the oak breaks. The bamboo is soft, flexible, and bends with the wind. When the storm passes, the bamboo stands tall again. Question for you: are you living like the oak, rigid and chasing control, or like the bamboo, flexible and attracting peace? 3. Effortless attraction in daily life. How does we look in practical terms? In work, instead of chasing recognition, focus on mastery. Recognition will follow. In love, instead of begging for attention, radiate self-love. The right people will be drawn. In wealth, instead of obsessing about money, Buddhism calls this right effort that is balanced, wise, and aligned with truth. 4. The magnet principle. Chasing is like trying to push a magnet towards metal. It feels unnatural, but when you simply become the magnet, attraction happens automatically. Zen says, when you are calm, you magnetize peace. When you are grateful, you magnetize abundance. When you are compassionate, you magnetize love. So the real question is not, how do I get what I want? But how do I become the person that attracts naturally? 5. A story of Wu-Wei. There was once an archer. He was skilled, but in competitions he always failed. Why? Because he tried too hard. He wanted to win, he wanted the prize, he wanted recognition. One day, his master told him, "You are aiming at the prize, not the target. Forget the prize, forget the world. Just become the arrow, become the bow, become the act of release. When the archer followed this, he hit the bullseye effortlessly. Lesson: when you stop chasing the outcome, you master the process and the outcome follows naturally. 6. Practical step Wu Wei in your life. Tonight, write down 3 things you are chasing right now. Then, next to each, ask, what if I simply became the kind of person who naturally attracts this? What daily habit can I do with peace, not stress, that aligns with this goal? For example, instead of chasing wealth, practice daily learning and sharing value. Instead of chasing love, practice self-care, compassion, and authenticity. Instead of chasing peace, practice meditation and letting go. In part 4, we'll explore the hidden Buddhist truth: why emptiness is actually fullness. Why letting go of control doesn't make you powerless, but makes you the most powerful person in the room. This one shift can transform every area of your life. Part 4: emptiness is fullness, the Buddhist secret of power. At first, the idea of emptiness sounds scary. We think emptiness means loneliness, lack, nothingness, but in Buddhism, emptiness is not about being hollow, it's about being free. When your cup is already full, nothing new can enter, but when it's empty, it's ready to receive. The Zen masters ask, if your mind is cluttered with chasing, where is the space for peace to enter? Why emptiness is power. Most people are full of noise, full of anxiety about the future, full of regrets about the past, full of cravings, endless wants, endless chase. But a person who is empty of chasing, empty of control, is calm, powerful, and magnetic. Think of the ocean. It looks empty and still at the surface, but its depth holds unimaginable power. This is the Buddhist truth: when you let go, you gain everything. 2. The mirror analogy. Zen often compares the mind to a mirror. When the mirror is dirty, it cannot reflect clearly. When the mirror is clean, everything is reflected perfectly. Chasing is like dust in the mirror. It clouds your clarity. Emptiness wipes it clean. When your mind is empty, people feel it. They trust you, they are drawn to you, because you radiate clarity. 3. The paradox of letting go. Here's the paradox. When you let go of chasing love, real love finds you. When you let go of chasing success, success flows to you. When you let go of chasing happiness, happiness rises naturally. Because what you chase runs away, but what you embody, you attract. For a Zen story: the cup of tea. A scholar once visited a Zen master to learn about wisdom. The master poured him tea. The cup filled, then overflowed, but the master kept pouring. The scholar shouted, "Stop! It's overflowing." The master calmly said, "Like this cup. Your mind is already full. How can I teach you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" Lesson: if you want transformation, empty your cup of constant chasing and craving. Only then will wisdom, love, and abundance flow in. 5. Practical step: emptying your cup. Tonight, take 5 minutes in silence. Ask yourself, what am I clinging to most tightly right now? What if I released it for just today? Breathe deeply and visualize your mind like an empty bowl, open, spacious, ready to receive. Do this daily and you'll notice something strange: the less you cling, the more life gives you. 6. The secret of presence. Emptiness creates presence, and presence is the most attractive quality in the world. When you are fully here, fully listening, fully alive in this moment, people can feel it. Opportunities find you. Life flows towards you. This is why Zen monks radiate so much power in silence. Their emptiness is not weakness, it is magnetic. In part 5, we'll uncover the 4 noble truths of Buddhism in a way you've never heard before and see how they directly explain why chasing causes suffering, and how attraction creates freedom. This is the heart of Buddhist philosophy. Part 5: the 4 noble truths and the end of chasing. The Buddha's entire teaching can be summarized in 4 noble truths. Many people hear them but don't connect them to real life. But if you look closely, these truths directly explain why chasing leads to suffering, and why attraction brings peace. Let's break them down simply, practically, and deeply. 1. The first noble truth: life has suffering, dukkha. Buddha said life is dukkha. Dukkha means suffering, and ease, stress. And one of the biggest causes of dukkha, chasing. You chase love, you suffer rejection. You chase money, you suffer from stress and greed. You chase perfection, you suffer from disappointment. Chasing guarantees suffering because you are always running, never resting. 2. The second noble truth: the cause of suffering is craving, 10a. Why do we suffer? Because of 10a, craving, thirst, attachment. This is chasing in its purest form. When you cling, when you need, when you can't let go, you create a prison around yourself. Example: a person who desperately chases approval becomes a slave to other people's opinions. A person who desperately chases money becomes a slave to fear of loss. A person who desperately chases happiness becomes a slave to disappointment. Craving = chains. 3. The third noble truth: the end of suffering is possible, Nirodha. Here's the good news: if craving causes suffering, then freedom from craving brings peace. This is the moment you stop chasing. When you stop chasing love, you find inner love, and outer love comes naturally. When you stop chasing wealth, you discover purpose, and wealth follows value. When you stop chasing happiness, you find joy in the present moment. Nirodha means release. Imagine carrying a heavy rock for years. When you drop it, the relief is instant. Question for you: what rock are you carrying right now? 4th noble truth: the path to freedom, the Noble Eightfold Path. The Buddha didn't just say stop craving, he gave a roadmap, called the Noble Eightfold Path. This path is like training your mind and life to shift from chasing to attracting. Right view: see life as it is, not as your desires distort it. Right intention: live with compassion, not selfish craving. Right speech: speak truthfully, without manipulation or desperate approval seeking. Right action: act with integrity, not out of fear or greed. Right livelihood: work in a way that brings peace, not stress or harm. Right effort: effort balanced with wisdom, not burnout. Right mindfulness: presence, awareness, emptiness of chasing. Right concentration: focus on what matters, not scattered chasing. When you follow this path, you stop grasping. Life flows. You attract naturally. 5. A story from the Buddha's life. Once, a man came to the Buddha and said, "I want peace. I chase peace every day, but it never comes. Why?" The Buddha smiled and said, "Remove the I, that is ego. Remove the want, that is craving. What remains is peace." Lesson: peace is not chased. Peace is uncovered. 6. Practical step: living the Four Noble Truths. Tonight, write down one area of life where you are chasing too much. Then ask, what suffering is this chase causing me? What craving is behind it? What would it feel like to release it? What small step from the Eightfold Path can I practice instead? Even one shift can bring massive relief. In Part 6, we'll explore Zen's most mysterious teaching, the power of no-mind Mushin. How living without constant mental noise turns you into a magnet for everything you desire. Part 6, Mushin, the power of no mind. In Zen, there is a profound concept called Mushin. It literally means no mind. But don't misunderstand, it doesn't mean being brainless or blank. It means being free from the constant chatter of thoughts, fears, cravings, and chasing. In Mushin, the mind is still, like a calm lake, and from this stillness, clarity, wisdom, and attraction arise effortlessly. 1. The problem of the monkey mind. Buddhism says the human mind is like a monkey, always jumping, restless, never still. You think about the past with regret. You worry about the future with anxiety. You keep replaying scenarios, chasing what-ifs. This restless chasing inside creates restless chasing outside. But when the monkey calms down, life slows, you become present. And presence is the ultimate magnet. 2. Mushin in action. Samurai warriors trained in mushin. Why? Because in battle, if their minds were full of fear, craving victory, or chasing control, they would fail. In mushin, they didn't think, they flowed. Their actions were effortless, precise, and powerful. Life is the same. When your mind is full of chasing, you miss the target. When your mind is empty and present, you attract success naturally. 3. The artist's secret. Think of a musician lost in the music, or a painter flowing with colors. In that moment, they are not chasing perfection. They are in mushin. Ironically, this state produces the most beautiful art, the best performance, the greatest success. Why? Because attraction happens when you stop chasing and just become fully present. For the Zen archer revisited. Earlier, we spoke of the Zen archer. His true mastery came when he released all thoughts of winning, all chasing of recognition. He entered mushin. The arrow flew by itself. The target was hit effortlessly. Lesson: when you stop overthinking, over-trying, over-chasing, you unlock effortless success. 5. How to practice mushin daily. You don't have to be a monk or samurai to enter mushin. Here are simple ways. Breath awareness: sit quietly. Focus on your breath. Each time thoughts come, let them go like clouds passing. One task living: do one thing at a time. Eat only eating. Walk only walking. Work only working. Presence dissolves chasing. Release control when you notice yourself forcing something. Pause. Ask, can I flow instead of fight? Creative flow: engage in art, writing, music, or even cooking without expectation. Just do it for the joy. 6. Why no mind attracts everything. When your mind is quiet, you listen deeply, people feel valued and are drawn to you. You act clearly, success follows. You radiate peace, opportunities trust you. Mushin is like the silent magnet of Zen. Nothing chased, yet everything flows. 7. A Zen story: the master and the empty mind. A student asked his Zen teacher, "Master, how can I achieve greatness?" The master replied, "Greatness is like a shadow. If you chase it, it runs. If you walk calmly, it follows." Mushin is walking calmly. Greatness then follows naturally. 8. Practical exercise: enter mushin tonight. Before sleeping tonight, close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Each time a thought comes, don't fight it, don't chase it, just let it drift away. After a few minutes, you'll notice a silence. That silence is not empty, it is full of peace, power, and attraction. In Part 7, we'll explore how Buddhist compassion, karuna, and loving graces, metta, are not just spiritual virtues, but powerful forces of attraction. When you live with compassion, you stop chasing and the world naturally flows toward you. So my friend, what have we discovered together? Chasing only creates resistance. The more you run after things, the further they slip away. Detachment and letting go create space for life to flow naturally. Wu-wei effortless action teaches us to align, not force. Emptiness is not lack, but freedom and power. The Four Noble Truths show us the roots of chasing and the path to freedom. Mushin no mind reveals how silence and presence magnetize everything you desire. The secret is simple, yet profound: you don't attract by force. You attract by being. Be calm, be compassionate, be present, and you will naturally draw love, abundance, peace, and success. A final Zen story to leave you with. A disciple once asked his master, "Master, what is the secret to happiness?" The master said, "When you stop running, stop chasing, and simply sit where you are. Happiness will sit beside you." If today's journey touched your heart, remember this is just one spark of wisdom, and he wrapped wisdom of sparks. We share many such sparks to help you live with peace, clarity, and effortless transformation. If you found value here, don't chase this channel, attract it into your life by simply subscribing. Hit the bell so every new spark of wisdom finds you. Like this video if it resonated, and share it with someone who needs this message today. Because together, we can create a world where people stop chasing and start living.